Hi guys, this is Sydney. So I don't know if the light is a little bit too strong. I like having the natural light. And for some reason I was feeling called to be on camera. I had nothing that I had in mind. I was just having my, actually devouring would be the word, this huge watermelon. So as I almost finished, I'm still in the process of eating. I think they want me to talk about the food and all something, whatever that may come. So I'm just gonna keep on eating. So today, this is kind of the first food that I'm consuming right now, since I had some food yesterday. So yesterday was a day that I had a lot of food. I would say my chakras, certain chakras, were calling me to eat certain foods, a lot of foods. And today, as you can see, the sun is out. So I just came back from a walk, just getting into the ocean earlier in the morning. And it's been very heavy, raining, really extreme strong winds the past 2 days. And today the sun came out, and so I just walked outside after getting my herbal tea. I wasn't hungry at all, so I just walked out, and just in case I wanted to jump into the ocean, so I brought my swimsuit, and I just headed towards the beach. And I felt cold to just walk on the beach by the water, and then I changed to my swimsuit and I jumped into the ocean, playing with the waves once again. So I'm just getting tanned. My skin is getting golden. It seems like the sun here is very different. So when I get tan, the color seems to be a little bit different here, depending on different places that I'm in. And also, so today I think in this video I'm just going to talk about different things, random things as they come. And I was feeling called, as I was setting up the camera, as I was feeling called to share the herbal teas that I got, what I'm drinking, for those of you who may resonate, and introduce that. So if you feel like you want to connect further, you can stay, discern for yourself. So it felt really refreshing to just be in the water. And it's just been really heavy downpour the last 2 days, just really strong wind and very cold. And all of a sudden the sun came out, and when you step outside, after everything has cleared up, you just appreciate so much more. So just like that, wherever you are, in any storm that you feel that's you're in the middle of it, the sun always rises. Is a message for those of you who may resonate. So once again, do not give up. Continue to focus on the lessons, the healing, wherever that is for you at this time. And eventually the sun will come out, and when it comes out, when you step outside, you will start to appreciate life a lot more, and you will start to appreciate who you are a lot more as well. So that's the lesson or the wisdom from nature. And that's how you can you become the very embodiment of happiness. So your pain becomes your power. That's how you become that. You utilize your pain to source your power not in a negative sense, but from an empowered state, that you learn to be content, you learn to be happy, you learn to, because you learn to appreciate, so you bring in more gratitude, and that is the frequency of abundance. Whenever you are grateful for who you are, where you are, what you're surrounded in every moment, that's the frequency of abundance that you are living through. And with that, everything starts to fall into that same frequency that you're sitting with in that moment. And it starts to appear in a physical reality. We call that manifestation. And we are in the season of Taurus, which is also a physical manifestation period. So however it is, continue to be grateful for everything that you are going through. Even it seems like, it looks like pain, it looks like something, however you have an image of or defined it to be in that moment. Whenever you bring in gratitude, you start to open up your heart. So for me personally, every time I was going through a very difficult, challenging times, I would always tell myself or the universe that I wasn't intending on, but I said, thank you for the lesson. Thank you for this lesson. What am I here to learn right now? What is this teaching me right now? What can I do to become wiser? So that is something you can continuously do. So I did this all my life, basically. Helped me to learn, and helped me to free myself, helped me to get out of this ego state that I'm aware of right now. So with that, the lessons will come, meaning in a form of challenge, or some people may call it test, because usually that's how the intensity of the lesson could feel. That's why we call it a test, because in this lifetime, whenever we were tested with something, we were put in an extreme, difficult situations where we needed to muster up our inner strength and courage and wisdom to navigate through it. So that's why we use that. Some people have some sort of resistance to that word, but however it is, depending on the frequency that person is using with that word, on an energetic level, it feels different. So whatever that is for you, however you are terming it, coining it right now, so continue to have that. And in the month of May, we are going to have the Pluto going into retrograde, I believe until mid-October, which was the information that I received from my spirit team, I believe yesterday or 2 days ago. So something that I was misunderstanding, and I thought the Venus will go into Taurus, but actually the Venus is going into, just went into Aries. It was the Mercury going into Taurus, I believe. Yes. So just to correct it, or just to kind of not let anyone misunderstand. So that's something that I'm guided to share. So we are in this kind of fiery energy, earth energy, that's further helping us to get into our sovereign state, is what is coming for me to share. And for some reason, all of a sudden I'm feeling a little bit drowsy. But I'm just gonna keep going on. So this is going to be like here and there, here and there. I'll just go with the flow. So Today, this is the second cup. I had a really nice time in the ocean, at the beach, went into the water, and it just feels really, really refreshing just by walking on that land of the beach or the ocean, or just getting in that ocean water really purifies instantly. So that's how powerful the power of nature is. Just like when we go into forest or touch a tree or sit by the tree or under a tree, immediately it clears up our energy field. Okay, so what I'm ready to share actually is that I mentioned this, I believe, a couple of videos ago, that as your frequency is rising, you have to practice protection at this time, is what I'm going to share, perhaps in a different way, because we are kind of in the mix. So people who are in like so-called 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, now 7D. So the energy frequency is now available up to an individual to hold a vibration of 7D at this time, as the frequency of the Gaia has risen up. So select group of people, right, high caliber light workers, integrated divine feminine risings, are now holding the 6th and 7th frequency in their energy body. And as you walk around, you will start to feel and sense other people trying to attach to your energy field, because on a subconscious, unconscious level, they start to notice and sense your energy that's in high vibration. And when they're in low vibration, it's like a moth to a flame. When they see the light, they recognize it on a subconscious and conscious level. And with that, perhaps they're, not intentional, and perhaps what is coming is some intentional are coming. And when that happens, it could really pull your energy down. So as a light worker, as star seeds, if you resonate with this frequency, and what I'm going to share is you're connected to my energy right now, and this message, you are part of that lineage of that Isis, the Cleopatra, the Mother Mary, the Jesus Yeshua timeline. So if you have very much sacred information in your DNA that you need to further continue to unlock and reactivate at this time. So if you've been following all my transmissions, and also all the transmissions that's in my Patreon, is a very specific ones for that. So if you feel called to, you can go and connect to these transmissions on my Patreon, is what I'm going to share. You can join a membership, or if you feel like you just want to connect with a particular video, you can also purchase an individual video there, even though you're not a member. Okay, is what I'm going to share. So those transmissions, especially the Archangel Michael transmissions, and the unity consciousness, they are very divinely guided with very powerful energies. So that's something that I'm guided to share for some reason, for your support, for anyone that may resonate and need that, because we are now integrating a lot of these frequencies, and we need to, for Gaia, as part of our soul mission and purpose. That's why we are here. That's why I'm here. That's why I have reincarnated here right now at this time. Is what I'm going to share. So as we are working heavily right now with further releasing of any energies of solar plexus, throat, and the sacral womb, the sacral, and the root, the Pluto, we are going into Pluto retrograde, and Pluto is in Aquarius right now. So this time is to reclaim our power, to remember who you are further. That's been the key message that has been coming up ever since I got here, which I shared in the past videos. So what we are doing is we are unlocking a lot of sacred codes that's in the solar plexus and throat and sacral, all together with the root, is also to open up the heart chakra, is to get prepared to enter into the age of sovereignty, to reclaiming your sovereign power within. And in order for you to do that, we've been in the age of darkness experimentation for so long. So we had to disregard our power within. We had to shut off our power within, meaning on a subconscious, unconscious level, we were scared of our own power within. And it could be your psychic abilities, it could be some spiritual gifts, whatever that is from your past lifetimes in the age of darkness. There have been a lot of retribution is the word that is coming for me for some reason. It was very much an oppressive time, and whenever you exercised or demonstrated these powers to help other people or humanity, you were being labeled, punished. And so there have been a lot of these suppressions within this power that one holds. And these things you may not recognize or remember in a subconscious, unconscious level. But if you feel for some reason resonant, is what I'm going to share as I'm sharing this. You may have these lifetimes where you need to unlock these spiritual psychic gifts at this time, is what I'm guided to share. So you may not be tapping into them yet, or you may be already, or you may be a reader or healer or of some sort. Wherever you are, whatever that you're doing could be unique to you. Further continue to cleanse, further continue to activate is what I'm going to share, because you need to open up your psychic gifts. We need you guys. Is what is coming from Gaia very strongly right now, from Source and my spirit team. We need you. We need more people awakening and seeing through the illusion, waking up to their higher consciousness is what I'm guided to share. So at this time, especially nourish your body with certain foods from natural sources, and different colors represent different connection to different chakras. For example, any blue color or that's purple could be this area, any green vegetables for heart, any yellow for the solar plexus, any orange for sacral, red color for root, white for the upper chakras. So you can start to what is coming, it could be different for everyone. Some people may feel that as healing, as you are in that phase right now. If someone has integrated a lot and has done immense amount of inner work, the word immense is very much stressed, you know who you are, then you're in this period of integration and further embodying that 7th dimensional frequency, 6th dimensional frequency. If you've been seeing 777 lately, you're embodying and integrating 7th dimensional frequency to your energy body right now. And for those of you who are in that frequency, you need to exercise extra protection at this time. Whether people may want to try to hook onto your energy on a subconscious level, okay? They want to get your attention. They want to have your attention. It could be a stranger, it could be a family member, or whoever that you detached from. Old energies, old timeline energies. What you can do is you can get out in nature and then cleanse your aura. But further, what I was guided to share that came yesterday from the angelic realm is that because you have embodied the golden aura in your auric field, your aura now has this golden color, and a lot of them also integrated the silver. What you can do is you can visualize this golden light surrounding your auric field, and it's sealing. So your auric field is completely sealed within this golden aura, golden light. That's how you can create protection whenever you're going outside, whenever you're interacting with certain people, and you want to continue to exercise discernment. Okay, the people you meet could be certain new people that you're meant to connect. Also, they may be disguised as your soul tribe, but actually they are the karmics from past lifetimes, is what I'm going to share. So you really need to discern the energies and just stay observant, okay, is what I'm going to share. As these group of people are rising higher and higher, and a lot of people in the collective, they're continuing to choose to stay asleep, is what I'm going to share. So the thing is, as this happens, this gap is becoming wider. We are also separate. The earth, Gaia, is also separating. But at the same time, as we're in this transition, a lot of people may harbor in their mind the energy of jealousy or envy due to this gap, through the comparison and negative energies that they may hold at this time. And just know that if you're resonating with this, it's not about the ego that you are in a better place or they're like in a lower place, or that someone is ascending because that's better. It's not that idea. But when someone holds that duality consciousness in their ego activation, that's how they're going to perceive it. So that's where the Archangel Michael comes in, for you to stay in your truth, to continue to express your truth and exert your power without fear or without doubt, or without you having this pressure to play small, to appease to others or the masses, or to fit in, or to respond out of their reactions of judgment. So that's where the Archangel Michael integration is very what is the word? It's going to be very useful, and it's much needed, is what is coming. So if you resonate with this one, please go and look at that Archangel transmission on my Patreon video, is what I'm strongly guided to share, because that's going to support you. You need that integration. The more you integrate with Archangel Michael's energy at this time, and especially in 2025, as we get prepared to be reborn as the sovereign being, and hold that frequency within for Gaia. The energy, when you integrate the frequency, is going to help you have that natural protection in your aura. Also, at the same time, it's going to help you have that courage without distraction from these energies incoming constantly whenever you're outside. Because the thing is, these people who are doing that, they're not aware a lot of the times, okay? But we chose to walk this path in this very confusing, chaotic, challenging times, because when the energy is being pulled, it's going to affect your throat chakra immediately, because they hold a lot of judgment, okay? So whenever that judgment energy is being thrown, it's blocking the throat and further blocking the heart. And we need to keep this open here, and this one. Continue to keep it open, and also continue to detox, in a way, the solar plexus, so you are sitting in your throne, in your sovereign power. And also the sacral, as this divine energy is opening up, it is needed for divine feminine risings to further hold a frequency to lead the way for others, as an example. And we need to further, what is it? It's like a lotus flower, that's what I'm seeing. And what you can do is you can visualize yourself sitting in that lotus flower. So what is coming right now actually is I'm guided to record further on a separate video of that guided meditation video, and I don't know if any transmission will come through as I'm recording, as I'm going to record that. What is coming right now is Quan, and I've been connecting very heavily with Mary Magdalene, Hathor, Lilith, Hecate. So if you are resonating with that, you may want to check this guided meditation, is what I'm going to share, to further open up that room space in order to allow this divine, beautiful divine energy to flow through your room, with that open channel in that chakra. We need that energy right now. The Gaia needs that energy, is what I'm going to share. So we will work with the divine feminine energies in that guided meditation. Is okay, what Gaia and Source, they want me to have that for availability for people that's going to need it and resonate. And the reason why I'm putting it on Patreon, not on a public video for these transmissions, is because we need to have the equal energy exchange. We are moving into a whole new world where we don't need karma or that frequency holding us anymore. So you don't want to be indebted to my energy. Even though I'm being very generous, right, and sharing all this transmission and messages on public video for free, if you feel called to, of course, and resonate on a deep level, not out of fear, is what I'm going to share, but from a very heart, genuine place, that you appreciate, that you want to perhaps donate or purchase a video or something like that in a monetary form, is how we keep the energy balance, because it's all to keep us energies giving and receiving, staying in balance. Otherwise, karmically, you may be indebted to me or to my energy. You see what I mean? So that is kind of a crucial thing, but it's not out of force. It's not out of like mandatory or pressure or manipulation, but this is just as it is, how the energy works. So if you feel cold, if you want to reciprocate, please do so in these forms going forward, so that I also need your support, and you're supporting as a result of me providing these energetic supports and these things. And the concept of energy and money, these are all forms of energy. So that's how we can stay in balance. And I don't want anybody being indebted to me going in the future, or me feeling like others owe me something, you know. So we want to have this free energy flowing. And as we do so, this is also going to help a lot of people to live in the sovereign era, where they can share their truth and who they are and what they're meant to do here. And with the support of the community, we can sustain life together this way, circulating that energy of money like this in a very that frequency of that exchange of the monetary circulation. It's also going to be purified. So I only strongly recommend that if you check your energy and you are in a place of genuine appreciation and reciprocation, you see, because anything else that's attached to the energy of circulation that you are giving out of expecting something, then it's also creating the karmic indebtedness. Okay, so I don't want anybody to have that, and I don't want Gaia to hold that frequency. So right now, and also with a lot of food right now that I was constantly monitoring here, that I've been enjoying eating out quite a bit here, as there are a lot of vegan foods everywhere. When you go out in the restaurants, it's quite available compared to where I was in Southeast Asia, mostly other countries. At the same time, what I also noticed was they taste amazing, but it's like the ingredients, a lot of marketing are hiding what's really inside the ingredients, and there are more demands for vegan foods here. So what I saw was like this almond milk that's called activated almond milk or something like that, and I read the package, what it meant by activated, and it said they're soaking the nuts for 12 hours, which is removing all the unnecessary toxins. That's to protect the seed, and that's not, that's working as a toxin for human body, right? The seeds needs to be protected, so they create this energy barrier, right? And when we consume that, when we soak it in water and rinse it, it is being removed. That's how we are able to absorb the nutrients better. That's easily digestible for the human body. They're calling it now activated almond milk or activated nut milk, whatever that means. So they're playing with words very heavily here. I don't know, perhaps it could be the same in Europe, or all this so-called Western cultures right now, where all this, a lot of veganism and all this idea of counting proteins and exercising and muscle, like your body and all of that. In Korea is the same. It's been very body obsessive and nutrition obsessive, protein obsessive, especially the past 5-6 years, very heavily, starting with like all these K-pop stars starting to work out. And this is like a kind of a international global trend at this time, depending on where you are. And here too, because we have lots of good nature, sunlight. I see people running all the time, which is very nice. And there are many health food or organic shops that I can access readily, with more availability. And at the same time, there are so many products, so-called vegan, healthy, organic. And as I was doing some research, on my own, and I got this coconut water that said 100% coconut water. And when I got the coconut water, I saw the package in Manila or in other Southeast Asian countries. They have fortified vitamins inside usually, which is synthetic. And so in a lot of these Southeast Asian countries, they're now being exploited with a lot of these chemicals that's infused in their drinks, in their packaged foods, cans, and mayonnaise, and all of that. I checked all these ingredients. They're consuming these things because now they have relatively lack of awareness of this idea of certain nutritional information. They're getting more and more of that compared to so-called the Western or westernized countries. And here, because there's so many information, this is like I can get a lot of vegan bakery here as well, or the energy bowls, so-called, with nuts and peanut butter and all of this and that. And what I usually say is it's mixed with protein powder, collagen powder, and I don't know, like there's so many other ingredients inside. I tried a couple where they didn't have this, and it tastes really, really good. It's really hooking, actually. And if I didn't know this, I would also, get, collagen, protein, it's helping my body and I'm getting more nutrition, I would get it. But a lot of these things is very synthetically so-called fortified, so you always want to check the labels and also taste test the frequency of the body. Usually when it's packaged not as fresh, that frequency. So I was kind of experimenting, right? Like testing with the coconut water. It said 100% coconut water, nothing added. And I bought this huge packet. Everyone is drinking here. And when you are buying smoothies or something, there's coconut water, pure coconut water, but it's all from the package. It's not from the real fruit. And even though when they pour that fruit, the juice inside that package, I don't know how they keep the expiry date. I bought it and I poured it and I tasted, and immediately it wasn't good. It was like it's gone bad. And then frequency wise, like my crown chakra, and it was like okay, it was signaling no. And when you mix these water, because we've been programmed, the people who have been programmed heavily, coconut water is hydrating your body. It's very like electrolyte is another one that's very popularizing right now in the Western, so-called westernized cultures right now, depending on, it doesn't matter whether it's Korea, Japan. When I said westernized, meaning, you know what I mean. Heavy, capitalistic, marketing manipulation mindset is what I mean by that at this time right now for human language purposes. So now they're mixing coconut, they're using coconut water for all these smoothies. And in Southeast Asia, when I would go to find these fruit juice shops, I would always like whether there's any added extra sugar. It's usually the fruit with sugar that they mix, and that was causing, like, because that was happening, I didn't get the smoothie or the juice unless it was pure like coconut water or something, and that's quite available in Southeast Asia. Whereas here now they have this mentality about the sugar free, the sugar is bad, the sugar is this and sugar is that. So now everything is sugar free, gluten free, vegan, and then they're like, we need protein, electrolytes. And so for electrolyte, they're using coconut water that's from the packet, and when it's mixed with other fruits and other stuff that tastes good, you don't taste the coconut water that's gone bad. You see, so that's something that I'm going to share, that I've been having in my mind ever since I discovered that. A lot of these things, the protein, collagen powders, you want to make sure whether which sources they're from, whether it's naturally driven. Even though they say naturally driven, like something like that, you want to do your own research, is what I'm going to share. For those of you who are going to heavily resonate with this, continue to do that. And the more people are aware, more people are doing this, when these kind of demands arise, the people who make these products also need to change. And on the first day when I was dining in this Lebanese restaurant, I was the only person inside the restaurant and outdoor area. There was this one guy who was with the computer, like Australian guy, and another Australian guy came in, and they started talking, and I wasn't paying much attention, but it was this one guy who was talking pretty much 90%, the other one was listening, asking questions. And I sensed that it was about like a business partnership, that someone is like pitching on something, not on a formal level, but just discussing potential like business partnership for a product or something like that. And I was just enjoying and eating my food. And when I was about to pay, I went to the bathroom and then came back, and they were like paying and talking with the person who was working there, like a manager looked like. And this guy had this like a package, is a sample package, and it said soy milk. So immediately I got that they were discussing this idea of developing this product of soy milk. There are a lot of local products like that here. And like a couple of days ago when I went to this one of the shops, little kid was like, oh, I want to have this soy milk or this like this almond milk or something. I didn't try that packaged nut milk, but after trying the coconut milk, I had a sense that whatever that's from the package, we lose a lot of nutrition. So nowadays, as a replacement of like milk and all this other stuff, kids are now growing up with these kind of synthetic chemical filled, they call it like sanitized, nutritionless foods, packaged foods that taste pretty good. So that's something that I'm going to share about. If you are a product developer, if you're in marketing, or if you are starting to, if you have certain business ideas, you want to make sure, because when I was tapping into the energy of this guy who was holding the package, immediately they're just in for the money. And the conversation that I briefly heard was all divinely guided for me. As information was this owner who was Lebanese, and it's like, oh, nowadays all this, like, people are developing this thing now, like, market it here in Australia, that's from like Persian culture, like their ancient soap, that's how they made, and they're now like selling it for like pretty expensive and stuff like that. So that's basically what they're going for. They're trying to develop this to make money, more money. And so we need people with integrity and with higher consciousness to further continue to develop these products, or people in marketing to revolutionize or innovate what had been done thus far. So we need these new leaders right now, also in these different lines of industries, is what I'm going to share. So if you have certain ideas, or if you're in that line of business, you want to ensure and really sit and meditate how you can serve humanity, how it can benefit truly. And it's not really to make money off of people, but how can your idea can help innovate, revolutionize the systems, and your energy is contributing to building this new golden age. Wherever you are, whatever that you're doing, you could be a part of a company, or you could be an entrepreneur, or you have certain ideas. However it is, we need to sit with that level of consciousness first before building. Is very crucial right now, is what I'm going to share. Okay, so is there anything else? For some reason this heart transmission is coming through as we are further opening up the heart, as a result of further opening up the throat, the solar plexus, the sacral, the root, with the Pluto energy very heavy right now. This is just a quick heart transmission to keep your heart open further, to keep you stay operating from the heart, no longer from the mind. Continue to practice, bring the energy down, like the ones that I shared in the couple of videos ago. So I'm going to share all these links, relevant links, in the description box, and all the information that I shared is in the description box. Okay, bring the energy down and further open up your heart. Tukuakia takaia takikiaia hu tukukuaia kaia takakakaia hua hua kaia takahia kaua. So I'm also further guided to share these transmission and the Quan guided meditation. I don't know whether other energies may come through, or so-called goddesses, the feminine goddesses, divine feminine goddesses. I'm going to continue to do that. So I feel called to continue for the Patreon recording right now. So I'm going to rather quickly wrap up right here, and wish you a beautiful day wherever you are. And I thank you for your presence, connection, and reciprocation, and your love. And I'm sending you also my love your way. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye. So I actually just finished recording that guided meditation, and the transmission came through, and the energy there was really, really powerful. So I was guided to share how you can bring in the Divine Mother, Divine Father energies for your empowered inner child, so that your inner child has this new set of parents energetically that's balanced, that's very powerful force for you to feel nurtured and for you to feel protected, safe, and so you can walk moving forward within this energy of strong presence behind you as your parents for your inner child that's going to guide you with wisdom. Has been coming through. So if you feel resonant with that, you may want to connect with that Patreon meditation, this particular one, because this energy was very strong and very powerful. And all the divine feminine risings, if you resonate, this was to further embody and open up your energy space to unlock the sacred codes within your solar plexus, within your sacral, within your throat and third eye. And the Isis came through, Ra came through, with of course Quan and Pink Dragon. Archangel Michael was there, Archangel Raphael and Metatron was there to support your heart strengthening at this time for your physical healing. All together for these frequencies to be anchored down, further integrated into your cellular structure, so that you unlock that further DNA strands for these wisdom codes to come through freely, okay? Through throat, third eye, heart, solar plexus, sacral especially, okay? It was very powerful, so I was guided to share what it was about, so that people who need the support, people who need this transmission right now, we need you to embody and further activate these frequencies and integrate. So I'm guided to share this and what it was about. And so I'm adding this to the YouTube video now. So with that, if you feel called to connect, everything is in the description box down below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye once again.